Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucy Pollock, and I'm here today to give a speech to tell my story and raise awareness about my two disorders, GSD, also known as glycogen storage disease, and mitochondrial disease. Ever since I was 2 years old, I started developing symptoms such as no appetite or sensation of hunger, losing a lot of weight, and low blood sugar. My parents started seeking help immediately once they noticed these symptoms. We tried several doctors over the years, and once I turned 6 years old, we found a doctor, and he was the greatest doctor that I had met before. He is one that diagnosed me with GSD and mitochondrial disease and overall has helped. I was hospitalized a lot throughout growing up, and I don't really remember much of the experience of it due to how young I was. However, I do remember little fragments of it. For example, when I was 5 years old, I remember getting a feeding tube in my nose for only a few months. I still remember the feeling of a feeding tube being put into my nose, and it isn't a pleasant thing to remember. But then I got my first surgery, which was getting a feeding tube for my stomach instead of my nose, and I still have a feeding tube for my stomach to this day. It's just the feeding tube for my nose just wasn't for me, but it can be a good option for others. I got 2 more surgeries later on. The second one was changing my feeding tube, and the third one was getting a piece of my liver for a biopsy. Now, I would like to share with everyone the statistics of how common each disease, mitochondrial disease and glycogen storage disease, are. Approximately 1 in every 4,300 in the United States has a mitochondrial disease, and according to the National Organization of Rare Diseases, GSD affects fewer than 1 in 40,000 people in the United States. Now that I've explained and shared my struggles, I would like everyone to know why I'm here and what my goal is. My goal is to try spreading awareness about rare diseases and try to ask for help. What everyone needs to do in order to help ones with rare diseases are quicker diagnosis and more funding. We need better education so that the people who aren't aware of the ones that are struggling with rare diseases can better understand what we have to deal with and can try and find cures and stuff that can help our condition. We need more support and availability with translations for families that don't speak English as their primary language. They also need more funds for families that cannot afford treatments and supplies, more centers for availability in more locations within the state too. Another important topic is more funds for research and investments for scientists to find cures and for doctors to specialize on rare diseases and for people to find help easier. What I am hoping for in the future for rare diseases as a whole is that there is a better education, funding, and donations. I am an alumni of Make-A-Wish, and that community is amazing. They made me, and I'm sure any other person a part of the community, accepted and even understood. Lastly, I would like to say I am proud to be a Connecticut citizen, and I hope this speech that I delivered brings more awareness about my conditions and to try and help other families too. Overall, I hope that families receive more help with health insurance, translations, and overall support.